Am I the a-hole for telling the autistic guy on my flight to shut up? I, 19 female, am traveling alone on an 11-hour flight today.
Oh shit, that's long, bro. 11-hour flight.
Long. And also a young woman like traveling by herself. There's a lot to consider there.
That is. I mean, where is she traveling? 11 hours. That's far away. She's probably going somewhere.
Yeah, she's probably going international. I don't even know if it says, but
yeah, definitely international. I don't know many countries that you can fly 11 hours and still be in the same country.
Maybe like Russia.
Maybe Russia.
Like end to end.
End to end Russia.
Which is like, why would you ever do that?
I don't know. Do you want to go to? You want to go end to end Russia? Like the only reason to go to end Russia is to say that you've been to both ends of Russia.
Yes, that's the only reason.
There's no other reason.
Instead of OKOP but outside, it's OKOP but Russia.
But on a Russian airline.
And we record all of our episodes on the plane ride from point
Sponsored
A to
by
point B.
Putin.
Yeah. We're actually not sponsored by Putin.
Yeah, just to be clear.
Just to be
Putin,
clear.
don't sponsor us. Yeah. We don't even care if you're about to sell us your oligarch
you could
yacht.
give us a billion Russian doodles or whatever the fuck they are, and we would never accept it. Yeah, that's how I'm disrespecting them by it's rubles, right?
No, but I love doodles.
I actually couldn't remember the name, but I was like,
it was so close.
That was close. Yeah, I was like, I feel like it's kind of in the neighborhood, but.
F you, Putin. Russia as a whole, we love you, but Putin.
Yeah, Putin can get out of here. Like, we
have enough shirtless pictures of you to last a lifetime.
Yeah, we're good to go. We got
enough in the spank bank.
Back to our
Daddy Vladdy. You know, Daddy Vladdy got it bad.
Daddy. And there was a guy in his 20s, I think, in the same row as me. I was exhausted because I only got 4 hours of sleep before the flight, so I thought I could sleep on the plane, which.
You never can sleep on. Don't count on getting sleep on a plane. Like, you can get sleep on a plane. It does happen, but in much the same way that you shouldn't count like winning the lottery to make sure your 401k is filled up, you should not count on sleeping on a plane.
Don't bet on lotteries for your IRA. Don't sleep on planes.
Yeah. Although, you know what I did see? Someone at on Reddit, I saw someone at an airport that had set up a hammock in between like these two pillars so they could sleep in the hammock while they were waiting for their flight.
That is the greatest idea I've ever heard in my life.
Genius.
And this guy, I'll call him C, keeps trying to make conversation. C starts off by telling me he's autistic and then asking me if I like K-pop, and he keeps nonstop talking and rarely gives me a chance to speak. Not that I wanted to.
I love that. Like, it's like, hey, I'm autistic. Do you like K-pop? I love that combination of questions.
I mean, he's being upfront. Also,
yeah,
he's like letting
bro.
you know. He's like, hey, here's what's going on with me, and I like K-pop.
Yeah.
There we go.
What are your two question openers? Stranger on the street. All right, you have to say something personal about yourself, and like an interest.
I love to ask people what their fun fact is or their like special ability, because my fun fact / special ability is the fact that I can clap with one hand, and so I show them.
Wow, I'm impressed.
And then everyone in the group starts trying to do it, and they're like,
wow, that's actually...
It's hard, right?
Yeah, I thought it would be easier. I thought...
Now imagine a group, you're at a party, and there's like, 7 people in a circle, and all 7 of them simultaneously start doing it.
It's hard. I can't do it. I look like...
Don't say it. Don't say it. Keep it. We'll let the audience decide on that one.
I like that combo.
Yeah.
I like that combo. All right, let's go. Before I get in trouble.
You're just gonna keep trying randomly.
Do you ever see that? You remember when Trump got in trouble for doing that? Yeah. People are gonna cancel him.
Exactly.
Wow.
We'll leave it up to their imaginations.
Yeah. Okay. Please don't cancel me.
I try to be polite because I have ADHD and I understand how difficult social cues can be. So he probably can't tell that I'm really not in the mood to talk right now.
That I'm freaking bored out of my mind. Please stop talking to me.
Over the course of the next 20 minutes, I tell C maybe 5 times that I want to sleep, and I put my headphones on each time.
And then he's like, "Oh, are you about to listen to K-pop?"
Yeah, true.
What K-pop song are you listening to? Can I listen?
And each time, C begins speaking to me after maybe 2 minutes of silence. Dude, that is rough. I'm sorry. Like, you're sitting on the plane 4 hours of sleep. You're trying to buckle in for 11 hours, and he keeps, like, 5 times.
But does she take off the headphones?
That's the thing. I think she is.
Yeah. She's too nice. She's too nice. Don't take off the headphones.
Just pretend.
Yeah, dude. You are a limp body that is not going to engage.
Finally, I was able to sleep for around 4 hours out of the 11. But
Okay. Stop talking for 4 hours.
yes, but also like 4 out of 11. Like that's not very much.
Sure, but sleeping 4 hours on an 11-hour flight, that's like an A+ sleep wise.
I'll give you that one.
Pretty good.
I'll give you that one. But when I woke up, C started talking again. And I'm still really tired, and I've had some personal issues the day before my flight, so I'm also socially exhausted. But I let him talk for a bit before I start watching a show on my phone. I tell him maybe 5 separate times that I'm trying to watch a show, and I'm not interested in talking to him right now, but maybe later. C still keeps trying to talk to me.
Bro, he's like, oh, how about now? Hey, I can talk to you later. Now?
And then when C tries to talk to me again, I snap a bit and tell him I'm getting a bit annoyed, and he goes into a full self-hating, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm horrible, God, I'm going to shut up now, rant. And
then proceeds not to shut up and just rants about how he should shut up.
That would be a plot twist.
Wait, but he's doing that, right?
Yeah,
he doing that right now?
He is.
He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot. I should really stop talking. But it really goes back to my mother. Back in 1962, she used to squirt me with a pistol gun every time I didn't say something. And so now I'm always talking.
And then she would make ratatouille, and then everything would feel better. The tragedy of this is like he's like just saying it out loud. So now she can just like, now she can go and tune in without him.
Yeah.
He's just like, ranting to space. But I feel bad because I should have been nicer to him, and I can understand emotions being strong and spiraling, etc., etc.
I think she was pretty nice to him though. Like, except the last bit where she's like, "Yo, bro, you're annoying me." Like,
yeah,
but it seems like
that's barely over the line. I think like
exactly.
if she just rephrased her words slightly, it'd be totally acceptable.
But she said it so many times,
and that's the other thing is she said it so many times that it's like maybe she should have said like, "Hey, like I appreciate it, but I honestly," she kept saying later, like, "I honestly don't want to talk on this flight. I'm, whatever happened yesterday, I'm feeling tired. Like I'm just."
Yeah, I feel like being like rudeness is just being blunt.
Yes.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially in America.
Yeah, and so I think she was. I think she. I don't fault her.
I don't fault her either.
So far, not the a-hole.
Yes. I tell C that it's okay, and I just want some time for myself as I'm not the chattiest person, but maybe later we can talk.
I see. You can't do that.
I put my headphones on and watched my show, but C kept trying to speak to me, but this time I ignored him, which was honestly a crappy move for me, but I just didn't have the energy at this point to interact with him.
I think that's fine.
I don't blame you at this point. This was the wrong move.
Oh, no.
What?
How is that the wrong move? I feel like that should be totally fine.
He moved to get out of the row and stood in the aisle and began yelling at me.
What?
I didn't catch everything he said, but it was along the lines of, why can't women believe not all men are bad? Some men are on your side. I'm a nice guy. Why are you ignoring me? And then he storms off to the bathroom. Yeah.
Oh, bro, you just became an incel.
Yeah, you just
inceled yourself.
Just inceled.
Wow, you went full blown incel. Wow, dude. Shit, dude. See, this is why women don't like talking to strange men.
Yes, this is exactly why. Because it's also like, if you're such a nice guy, what? And he has
all right. Just I feel like a fact of life. If you are a nice guy, you do not need to announce to other people you are a nice guy.
Here we go. That's it. That's it.
That's
you
the
don't need
rule.
to say it.
Yeah.
You don't need to say
I also think the second part of that rule is you don't get to decide if you're an asshole. Only other people get to decide if you're an asshole.
Hence why we exist.
Yes, we are the asshole deciders.
We hold the power.
Power of the whole.
The holy power.
Fire in the hole. That's what I say after Taco Bell.
It's accurate. He starts to storm off to the bathroom, and I take the chance to ask a flight attendant if I can change my seat because he really freaked me out, and I didn't want to have a panic attack on a plane.
Dude, totally fair.
Very fair. The flight attendants were amazing, got my stuff, and they moved me far away from him. But I do feel like I'm the a-hole because he does have autism, and I could have been more patient. Maybe ignoring him was a crappy thing to do.
Nah, dude, nah. I mean, you only get so much of an autism pass, right?
Like, at the end of the day, it's like, maybe he can't comprehend it, but that doesn't mean he gets to keep bothering you. That doesn't mean he's allowed to yell at you. You know,
Yeah,
like
exactly. That doesn't excuse that behavior.
It doesn't excuse the behavior. So you have to, do what you did. Move away. Like,
yeah, you put up some boundaries. OP, no fault.
Case closed.
Decision, girl. I automated my useless boss out of her motherfucking job.
Yeah.
That is what you call the robots taking over, baby.
That's right. We love it.
This happened a few years ago. I was a data and reporting analyst and did all of the ad hoc reports for the company. My boss, we'll call her Carrie, was a useless garbage bag of bones. She was one of the people that always was late and left early and took days off at short notice. The only thing of value she did was all the regular reports, sales, revenue, etc. We suspected she got away with it because she was having an affair with the boss. We'll call him Stuart.
Oh.
Jeez, this is messy. Our CEO was a fairly decent bloke. He'd always look out for ways to cut costs and would pay regular bonuses for the best cost-saving initiatives. Carrie was very keen to submit ideas and encouraged us all to automate our tasks so she could try to take credit for the savings.
Okay.
On one of her skiv days, what's a skiv?
I guess like a skip day, maybe?
I guess.
Hooky?
Yeah, skip day. Hooky, which coincidentally, Stuart was also sick as well. The CEO was desperate for the sales report my boss does. I said I'd give it a look over and see if I could get it done. Normally, she'd spend 2 or 3 days doing it each week, but the CEO wanted it that afternoon. A quick inspection of the data showed it could quite easily be automated. So I knocked up the necessary script and got it over to the CEO, who was super impressed that not only had I done it in a couple hours, but also that it could be updated whenever he needed it.
Let's go.
He asked if I could look at dude, OP is saving the company money. He asked if I could also look at the revenue, churn, and a couple other reports. Over that afternoon, I automated every single task my boss did. Both Carrie and Stuart were back the next day, but were immediately summoned to the CEO's office before being suspended and sent home.
Ooh.
Turns out the CEO knew they were having an affair, and all the times they were sick or late or had to leave work early was so they could sneak off and do the do. He'd not done anything about it because of how important these reports are. Now that they were automated, he was able to get them suspended and later fired for gross misconduct for all the time they'd taken off. I also got a nice bonus out of it.
Dude, OP. Wow, OP really just hit 3 home runs with one swing. I love it.
Yeah, that is power, my friend. That is power.